everybody. Welcome to another episode of PodAskew. Fuck!
I'm telling you, man, this is why I keep doing the intros. I said it before, I'll say it again. That's all I'm getting at. But anyway.
Oh, fuck you. You love my intro, bitch.
Yeah. Ah, fuck.
Well, welcome to another episode of
fuck! So, hey, guys, it's CJ and Rico. We had a couple things that came up or we thought of while we were doing our St. Patty's Day episode and just didn't feel like fit the rest of the vibe. So we thought we would throw together a quick little, hey, just so we could talk about it and get them off the plate, if you will.
Yeah, some marvelous news.
Okay, fair enough. That was bad, but hey, I'm used to that. So...
Why? You look in the mirror?
Oh!
Bitch.
Go back to shaving. So... What?
Yeah, you guys don't know. I shaved. Well, I said I shaved. CJ said I butchered my face.
Same thing.
No. Well, I thought it was my face then, not my fucking balls. But no, I tried trimming, and I made a mistake, and I didn't want to fucking look like half a fucking pretty guy, so I shaved it all off and starting fresh. And I think within like a couple weeks, I'll be back to normal.
Yeah, probably. It takes you that long, really?
No. Okay. I mean, I I need to do is shave my fucking head because I look like Gargamel right now. So
yeah, you said that the last time you did this.
Yeah, and I'm still saying that that's the best way to describe. I look like Danny DeVito when he's like 20.
Yeah, well, I could see that.
Hello.
So yeah, there's a couple of things that we wanted to go over real quick. One of them, I don't know how much we can talk about it, so I think we should start with this. But apparently James Gunn has been rehired by Disney to direct Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
I actually heard that he may not have actually been fired. He was just like, no, we're not doing Guardians 3. It may not have. I don't know. I mean, I guess the actuality is that he was fired then rehired. But I heard someone throw out maybe he just wasn't fired, but they just add this controversy to see what people said.
I mean, is that possible? Certainly, I can't say that that's not a possibility. But I think there was too much blowback from people like I'm not even talking about like people like you and I. I'm talking about like Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista, yeah,
right. So I have to think he was actually fired at some point. I think that's got to be the way it really went down. That's just my opinion, but I think, yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
But I'm glad he's back. Because remember, we were reported not too long ago, and I say reported loosely like we're journalists, but that they were still going to use his script. So... The fact that he's back to actually direct his script, I think, is a positive sign, and I'm excited to see that because I was concerned about it being in someone else's hands. Now, there are certain people I think could have handled it, and we talked about that before, like Taika Waititi and a couple other people, but...
Edgar Wright, yeah.
Edgar Wright, right. But as a whole, I'm much happier to have him handling it as opposed to somebody else. So I'm pretty
The best
happy.
person to handle James Gunn is James Gunn. I mean, that's really the truth of it.
Yeah, and the only time, I mean, we'll put it this way, it would be like someone else directing a Kevin Smith written script, because that's never happened either.
Or, in the sense of Cop Out, Kevin Smith directing someone else's script. That doesn't always work either.
Sure, but, just to keep the levels, so that's that. So, but yeah, he's coming back. He's going to do it. It was confirmed just this past Friday, so that's exciting, and I'll be happy to see that. The other thing I wanted to talk about real quick was your Rico's rant on Captain Marvel.
Yeah. So, if we're talking about this, I feel like I'm in the principal's office. Like, what I do?
No. First off, I want to give you a lot of thanks for the PodAskew on the screen behind you. I knew you were going to do it, but you gave it more love than I even thought you were planning on, honestly. So, thank you for that.
No problem.
And I actually took the clip and sent it to Mike. And
really?
Yeah, and I said, just watch the first minute 30 because I know he wants to see Captain Marvel unspoiled. So I warned him, after that, turn it off. But I wanted him to at least see what you had to say about the logo, and he sent back very positive thank yous. So he was very happy for what you had to say. And
I think you subscribed on my channel. All of a sudden I got like some YouTube saying like Mike 3D or something like that. I think that was him.
maybe I don't know what his YouTube name is, but so that maybe yeah.
I don't know. Whoever the fuck you just subscribed, thank you.
Yeah, and if you're Mike, then even better. But if not, cool. Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
And goddamn it, go subscribe to PodAskew, even though we don't have any videos yet. So, that is because we do have a YouTube channel that we haven't utilized just yet, but we have some plans for that. So, be prepared, people. They're coming. But no, it's not even a criticism. I'm just giving you shit. But one of the things I noticed, like, you said something, and if you remember exactly how you phrased it, please correct me, about how the Kree don't come across so shitty, and, like, Ronan seems to be the only shitty one, and then, like, Captain Marvel kind of lays it out that there actually are more of them that are shitty than just Ronan. If you watch, and I know you don't, or you just felt you've lost pace with it, but like, not interest, but I think you just fell behind. Last season of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., kind of lays that out, like, in a much more detailed way than you would be aware of if you don't watch S.H.I.E.L.D. So, I'm not critical of your take, but if you watch it, and for those who have watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. who may have watched your rant, they're going to be like, no, you're kind of wrong, because it's pretty obvious.
And that's fair. My whole thing is, I would say that I obviously am an MCU movie goer, and I do love some of the shows, and I was into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but then I just quickly, as you said, just sort of teetered off of it.
Right.
But I would argue that there are your hardcore MCU fans who watch fucking everything. The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter, fucking Daredevil, and you. I mean, you're one of those guys.
Yeah.
And I, in theory, am that guy, but I'm also just behind. Like, I will watch all those fucking things. But I would also argue that there are those people who just like, oh yeah, I'll see the new Marvel movie. Like, they don't care.
Right, and my whole point for even bringing it up, to be very honest with you, is just goes back to something you've said to me a couple times off air, and I'm going to share it with everybody because it's not a bad thing, is that you've scaled back a little bit on the Rico's rants because it's not as much fun as sitting here and arguing with me, or me and whatever guest we have. And so the same thing falls for me now trying to watch a Rico's rant, because I'm so used to being able to respond to what you're saying in real time that I can't do that. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my god, fucking, if you'd watch S.H.I.E.L.D.
What really what we're both trying to say is we just need to have a separate segment on PodAskew just called Rico's Rants.
Well, what do you mean by segment? Because I'm curious about this now.
Whenever it's like you and me, whenever it's, how about like this? I see a movie, I fucking watch it, and I will give you my rant about it. And then you come and say, whether you've seen it or not, then you do a follow-up. And then we just sort of talk about it.
On here or on YouTube?
Yeah, on here.
Okay. We could try something like that. I'd be all for that.
Yeah, that way, because I know there's people that like the Rico's Rants, but they don't want to fucking see me. So
I don't want to see you.
Well, fuck you too, you cock-smoking thunderfuck.
But no, I mean...
Were there any other points on the rant that you were like, because you still haven't seen it, that's the thing.
Right.
You're just going by what I said.
Right. And that's the only one that really jumped out at me that I remember being like, oh my god, I wish I could have been there to kind of jump in and whatever. So, because everything else you basically said, you said in the, well, it hasn't been released yet, but in an episode where you spoiled Captain Marvel for me at my request. So, I mean, it's not like you came in and were like, haha, fuck you, I'm ruining Captain Marvel. No, I asked you to spoil the movie. The one thing that you said that I would agree with, and not even agree with, but also I watched a couple other reviews on this. Did you watch Mark Bernardin's yet? Okay.
Oh, I did. I saw a little bit of it.
I felt like you guys were very much in the same boat with your perspectives on the movie. I felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really.
I got the gist of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I think I saw like once he started talking about the character, that's really what I wanted to know, is because I don't know a whole lot of Captain Marvel apart from the very, very, very basics.
Right.
So I assumed he would know more shit than I would, but it seemed like even he was kind of like, I'm a fan, but I'm not a real fan.
Yeah, and he used a lot of the same equations that you did. Like, I don't know if he used the same exact words that you did, but he certainly did about, like, where it falls in terms of, importance. Like, you called it Ant-Man or Ant-Man and the Wasp, if I recall.
Yeah.
I don't know
if I said, when people ask me at work, like, did you like it? Because that's what everyone's asking. Did you see the new Captain Marvel? I'm like, yeah, I like it. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, do you want me to tell you? And they're like, yeah, what'd you think? And I'm like, I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked it. I liked it like I liked Ant-Man the Wasp.
Now, the only thing and I don't remember if you said this too, Rico, so I apologize really if I'm not giving you enough credit, but one of the things that Mark said was that people went into it wanting, and you said this part, I remember, an Infinity War level movie. But the difference is, you said you were kind of disappointed you didn't get it. He said what I agree with, which was more of like you shouldn't have expected that level from a single character that we had seen nothing from before.
True, and I do agree with that point, but I think we're just like I would have liked to have seen Captain Marvel like post Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. You know what I mean?
Oh no,
like,
sure. There were better points within the MCU timeline that they could have introduced this character. I don't disagree with that in any way whatsoever. However, that said, and this might be the one place where I think Marvel kind of fucked up in the almost 11 years they've been doing this. So yeah. You're allowed a mistake once every 11 years, and that's not the movie itself, because I haven't seen it yet. I'm going on the 31st. I can tell you that for a fact. I'm going on that to see it. But actually, I'm going with Mike, actually. We're going together.
Oh, cool.
But, and maybe if I can swing it, I'll have him come on and do we can do a quick review together, the three of us together. But anyway, what was I going to say? Shit. Fuck, I lost my own thought. It didn't need to be, like, nothing was going to live up to Infinity War except Endgame. Like, that's the thing. Like, there's nothing but hopefully. Endgame that, you're right, hopefully. But the point being is that, like, I think it would be very hard for any of the single character movies to live up to Infinity War. Like, even if you had a fourth Iron Man that was just off the chain good, like, on par with the first one, good, I still don't know that it would live up to Infinity War. But it had maybe been better in Captain Marvel. Having not seen it, sure, I can say that. But I don't know that it would have lived up to... Do you know what I mean?
Infinity War is only regarded as so fucking amazing because they lost. But like Avengers 1 and Avengers Age of Ultron, and I would even argue Iron Man, are as good as Infinity War. But Infinity War just gave us what we didn't expect to happen. Even though if we've read the fucking comic, we're like, well, of course Thanos wins. But no, they would never fucking let Thanos win. The Avengers always win in the movies. Why would they? No, oh shit. Fuck. The Russo brothers are not fucking around. These guineas are pissed off.
Right.
Like, so, well, they are. I'm sorry, but the Russo brothers are Italian, and I'm allowed to say that.
Okay. You sound like Sam Lemons from the...
from the Oscar one?
Yeah.
I'm Jewish, so I can fucking say Jew.
Yeah.
He kind of has like a Seth Rogen quality to his voice.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah. Have you, by the way, I meant to ask you, and he came up on our St. Patty's Day episode, but have you talked to him since then? Has he listened back? Because I know he doesn't remember saying it.
He did. He said, I want to come back on because I need retribution.
I don't really think he said anything that needs retribution.
Let me see what he said. He texted me. He's like, I need to come back and oh, son of a bitch. Hang on. Here it is. I need redemption. That's what he said.
I don't really think he said anything that was that needing of redemption, though.
Well, this is initially what he said, because I got a text from him, and he said, "When you casting next?" I didn't know what the fuck. I was like, "Huh?" Is it podcasting?
I get it.
I've never heard that as a thing. Is that a thing when you casting?
No, but just because I had a feeling I knew what he was referring to, I was able to put the pieces together, but I never actually heard the term before.
Yeah. So then he said, podcasting. I need redemption. Just listen to the episode. And then I said, when do you come back from England? He said, I'm back. And I actually saw that movie. We were talking about Back to the Future. So he's like 30 times I saw Back to the Future. And I said, well, what would you like to talk about? He said, he wants to talk about, we could talk cocktails and bartending. I'm like, okay. I said, do you have any stories from your trip to England? Nothing beyond it was a really good time. I think the bartending thing might have some weight. I definitely have some insight there. I said, fucked up stories about bartending is a must. He said, it's funny. I can't think of a specific one right now, but it's a conversation I bet I have 1,000. I said, go make some stories. Go fucking have some stories ready.
I could probably come up with a couple for myself, and then if we really needed to stretch, we could talk about Cocktail the movie, but that's another thing altogether.
No, I don't want to fucking talk about Cocktail the movie.
I fucking love that movie.
I'd rather talk about what we could do is we could talk all these sorts of fucked up stories of how we've been drunk. We're just drunken.
Anyway. Oh god,
stories.
I've got plenty of those. But that's beside the point. So the other thing you said in the rant, actually, that just occurred to me, but it wasn't bad, and you did correct yourself, and I was happy to hear you correct yourself. Is that you said, and I rightly agree with you, that Infinity War is the empire of this time, and we both have said that together in previous things. But then you tried to compare Captain Marvel to the Return of the Jedi at first. Now, I'm going to give you your credit because you caught yourself. But when you first said it, I'm sitting and laying on my couch because I have YouTube on my TV, so I'm watching it on 60-inch, surround sound. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then you cut yourself and called it more like Solo, which I would agree with. It's more like a Rogue One or Solo or something like that. So, but it was.
I almost called it Attack of the Clones, and I'm like, wait, no, I fucking hate Attack of the Clones.
Well, even if you hated Attack of the Clones, I still don't think it fits into a saga movie. I think it's definitely one of the independents comparatively.
It's an independent one. Look, all seriousness, Captain Marvel should have been Black Widow. We should have had Black Widow first, and that should have been made right after Age of Ultron, and then. Because there is this whole thing, there's this weight on the shoulders of Captain Marvel, which is there's a woman leading the Marvel movie. That's a first for Marvel. It's not, it's, and I didn't want to keep comparing it, but it is their Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
No,
it is, but here's one interesting thing I'll throw at you, and then I want to bring up something else, and we probably should start to wrap it down. But so you don't have a negative opinion of Captain Marvel, but you certainly don't look at it and go, oh my god, it's great, it's fantastic, right? My thinking or my wonder is, and this is not just directed at you, it's more of a broad thought, is after Endgame, if she plays an integral and good role in the resolution to whatever it is, will people retroactively go back and look at Captain Marvel differently? The movie, not the character. Do you see what I'm saying?
I can speak for myself for this because I've thought about this, which is allegedly Captain Marvel is going to be the new leader of the new Avengers.
Right, and we've talked about that before.
Right. So assuming the original roster, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor,
Black Widow.
Those are sort of, well, I would think they might, maybe Black Widow. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but I think the leader is probably either going to be like Black Panther will be the Captain America and Captain Marvel will be the Thor Iron Man, sort of joint thing.
Okay, well, and maybe this is a bigger discussion than what we want to do here, but I think you're going to still have an Iron Man, and I think you're still going to have Captain America. Now, hear me out, because it's not going to be Chris Evans, and it's not going to be, or Steve Rogers, and it's not going to be Tony Stark. I think you're going to have either Bucky or Sam in the Cap suit, and I think you're going to have either
Don Cheadle.
Yeah, I actually wasn't going to go there, but that's possible. Or Shuri in the Captain or in the Iron Man suit. And I say Shuri because in the books currently, I'm pretty certain Iron Man is actually an African American female.
Right, it's just not Shuri, it's someone else.
Right, but so to keep it with what they've already built, instead of making it this new character, they throw Shuri, because they've taken some liberties, and you know they have, and I'm fine with that, but I'm saying maybe that's the liberty they take to keep everything connected.
What I don't want is I don't want Captain Marvel to be... I don't think she's earned the hero status yet. You know what I mean?
Well, we don't know what's going to happen with Endgame. That could change all of it.
But even that is still kind of shoving this whole thing in.
Because
she hasn't suffered at the hands of Thanos.
We've had 6 to 10 years of building with Cap and Thor and Iron Man and right. I actually will be. Look, above all, I want it to be a good movie. But I will have a very different emotion if it's Iron Man and Cap and Thor and even Hulk taking down Thanos together, even at the expense of their own lives, than Captain Marvel coming in and saving the fucking day. And that'll lead me...
I would rather see them work together, be a team, and die for the greater good than Captain Marvel just swoops in, sucker punches Thanos, and yay, end the movie.
Right. No, I have to agree with you. And that kind of leads me to the one thing the last point on this before I go into my last point for the episode or the bonus here is the trailer dropped. Have you watched
Endgame?
Yeah.
The second trailer.
Yeah. Well, because the first one's more like a teaser. This is the first trailer. And I was actually going out of my way to avoid it for a while. I actually was going to try not to watch it. Mm-hmm. But myself got the better of me, and I watched it, and it looks like it's gonna deliver.
I think what I noticed about it was there was a lot of Hawkeye.
Yeah, well,
there's a lot of Hawkeye.
Yeah. Well, Ronan, I guess.
Ronan, Hawkeye, they haven't explicitly called him Ronan, but I did there was a meme where it showed because his haircut is really kind of it's shaved on the sides and long on the top.
It's like a mohawk. Yeah,
it's sort of like a mohawk, but I remember someone said when your barber is snapped away in the middle and in the middle of your haircut.
That's kind of funny. I got to admit that's kind of funny.
It is really funny. And it showed no Thanos. Not a single frame of Thanos.
I'm kind of okay with that. Wasn't there... if I recall, the Infinity War trailers, I don't think really showed Thanos either.
No, it showed Thanos.
Did it? Okay. I trust you. I don't
Not only did it show Thanos, you heard Thanos.
You heard him. I remember hearing him. I didn't remember seeing him. But there was a money shot of Thanos where it shows him. Remember, it shows him coming out of the portal, the wormhole portal thing. You're right.
And you're just like, you pink, beautiful fuck.
Yeah, with the ball sack chin.
Yeah, you're like, wait a minute, why are you pink? You're supposed to be purple, motherfucker.
Well, he's more purple. He's more purple than pink.
Not as purple blue as he was in the other fucking ones.
They lightened him up. Yeah, but
anyway. They really you could argue that he was in dark in space and it's darker and blah blah blah. But I'm like,
right.
No, they fucking lightened him up. I mean, they made him go from fucking grimace to a fucking raisin.
But yeah, I like the trailer.
He looks like Bruce Willis with a tan.
I think the only thing I'm uncomfortable with is the armor. It seems like Cap and Iron Man or Tony, because it's not really Iron Man, it's just Tony. And I think Black Widow had it on too. I don't remember. I don't have it up in front of me.
Are you talking about the Quantum Realm armor, the white shit?
Oh, is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, see, I didn't know that. How did you know that?
Facebook.
Okay, well, all right, fine then.
One of my friends, Billy, is a hardcore geek and comic book fanatic.
Sure.
Like, he is one of those, like, he reads the comics and he knows the lore. And the whole thing where, like, it shows, like, them all marching in the Avengers thing and that. I mean, I saw someone compare to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers armor.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but
I don't agree. They look like, it looked like they took the design of an Xbox controller and put it on for armor. That's what it looked like to me.
A little bit, yeah.
You see it? You saw it too, right, Steph? It just looks like there are a bunch of Xboxes just fucking marching all like, we're going to kill this cocksucker. Like,
remind me, there's something I want to tell you about the poster, but I don't want to talk about, and not the thing I texted you about the other day, something different.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Okoye.
Yeah, and I don't know. Anyway, I have mixed feelings about how it came to be, not that it happened. I'm fine with the fact that it exists.
For those who we're talking about, we'll fucking talk about it.
I was trying to avoid it, but you went there. So.
Fuck it. We talk about fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know, good shit, bad shit, red shit, blue shit. Red shit and blue shit. If you have red shit and blue shit, you need to consult your doctor ASAP.
Please see a doctor. Yeah.
Unless you're eating like the fucking like.
All right,
Burger
can you
King
get to your point, please?
When you have green shit, you just had Burger King. So
I actually did that, but anyway.
Yeah, me too. Someone fucked up. Someone got fired. That's what happened. Is someone made the fucking poster for Endgame, and oh god, you're gonna have to look up her fucking name because I remember.
Yeah.
The woman from Walking Dead. I know the character's name. That's what's fucked up. The woman who plays Okoye in Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War.
The head of the Domage, is that how you say that? His personal guard. There's a name for it, and it's weird, and I can't say it. I'm not trying to be rude.
We're white. We're sorry.
Basically.
We try. We're getting A for effort, but a fucking F on delivery. But I know Okoye. That's her character's name. I know
really quick, just on the we're white and we're trying thing. We were talking about the guy from Guardians, the reoccurring character who was also in Captain Marvel. The black guy who gets the thing ripped out of his head in the first Guardians.
What?
The guy with the funky fucking name that we can't say. It was the actor. From Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, the point is we got it right when we said it. I heard him say it the other day on an interview, and we got it right. So
you know what's funny is he's in Shazam.
I saw that.
So he's in 2 fucking Captain Marvel movies.
The person you were talking about is Danai Gurira? Is how I think you would say that?
I think it's Danai Gurira.
Okay. Close enough. I was close, at least. Yeah.
Whatever. We apologize if we butchered your fucking name. But anyways, they had her on the poster. She's very prominently featured on the fucking poster.
She is.
She's not billed. They forgot to put her fucking name on the top credits. Someone got fired.
Right.
But Marvel fucking acted hella fast. They fucking said, oops, we fucked up. We are sorry. Boom. There you go.
Right. So what I want to start with is saying I agree with all that. It should have been fixed. Marvel was right to do it, and it should have never been not there in the first place. So the fact that you know what I'm saying? Like, her name should have been there. Marvel did the right thing, and if somebody got fired over, that's probably the right thing too. So all of that I'm okay with. My problem is, from what I heard, and maybe you heard differently, is that they got bullied into it by Twitter.
I did see because it was trending. I did see that. I don't know if bully is. Look, I don't like a bully. I've actually despise bullies. You and I will bullshit each other and
one thing.
Kind of
right.
That's one thing. I fucking hate a bully. Do I think?
Go ahead, Rick. I'm sorry.
Do I think that Disney dropped the fucking ball and deserved to be called out? Yes.
Yes, I don't disagree. I think my issue is I feel like
They're being called racist?
I think people are trying to say that they did it on purpose, and I don't think that's the case at all. Because
go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. But my point is, they wouldn't have made and pushed Black Panther the way they did if there was really a racist underlying thing going on in Marvel. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, there are racists who are aware that if they come off racist, they're not going to be fucking liked.
Okay, and you're right. And that's a whole nother social argument.
They know they have a political agenda. Don't get it twisted. Disney knows what the fuck they're doing to a certain degree.
But you also know what I'm saying. I think.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Okay. My point is, let me rephrase this. My bottom line point is, I don't think this was done on purpose. I don't. I think somebody dropped the ball. Yes. I think there needed to be repercussions. Yes. Do I like that somebody got fired? No. I kind of want to retract my statement from a few minutes ago because I don't like that anyone gets fired, but I do think repercussions need to be done. Unfortunately, that's probably the only thing that could be done. So,
right.
That's
and I don't want anyone fired either, but what I imagine it happened is it was rushed.
Yeah.
Someone just did not look at every minute detail.
I work in quality assurance compliance, and somebody in that department at Marvel didn't look at the poster. That's bottom line what it boils down to.
No, I think it's someone looked at the poster, saw every character, didn't do okay. That person's there. Their name's got to be there. That person's there. They just okay. It looks good. Good job. And then to be fair, that's a lot of people on the fucking top on the poster.
Yeah.
So. But I will say it took them a matter of like 2 or 3 hours to fix it, put up a new one, boom, done. We are sorry. This should never have been an issue in the first place. But if I'm also being honest, it kind of created like more interest. Yeah. Now everyone's talking. Bad publicity is still good publicity.
There's no such thing as bad publicity. So, look, I just wanted to bring up the fact that, like you said, I don't like bullies, and that's the thing that I had a problem with was people were bullying over the mistake that was made. It needed to be corrected. It was corrected. I'm glad it was corrected, but the bullying doesn't need to happen. And that's just kind of where my problem lies, and that's it, really.
If anyone has the right to bitch, it's the actress.
Yes, absolutely. And
I don't even know if she said anything.
I don't know either, but if she had, then fucking more power to her. Like, by all means, she could have destroyed everybody, and I don't care, because she had the right to.
She should have said, like, oh, I guess I'm not important, motherfuckers. Like, or she could have been like, oh, hey, mistakes happen. Either way, it's her. Let her fucking, like, if she wants to bully Disney, that's her fucking right.
Exactly. That's my point. I agree 100%. Okay. That's all I really want to say about that. The last thing I want to say in general, period, and this is not even, I don't even know how much conversation is going to be, but I just want to give a congratulations and a thumbs up, and you have our support to Marilyn Gigliotti. She got a role in this movie called The Scenic Route. It's made by Phil Donlin. I don't know much about it. I haven't been able to find too much about it, but she seems to be super fucking excited to be a part of this movie. And I do know that Ernie Hudson's in it.
Yeah, I heard about that. I saw the cast of that. Ernie Hudson.
Chris Browning, whose name I don't even really recognize his face, but that doesn't mean that he's not been in things I've seen, but I'm just not familiar with him.
Do you know if Ernie Hudson's coming back for Ghostbusters 3?
I do not know right off the top of my head right now. No, that's something we can report on later. But yeah, so she's going to be in this. She seems super excited. There's a video she actually put up on Twitter that I have not watched yet of her coming home from the table read, but she's grinning ear to ear. So I'm guessing she's super happy. So I just wanted to give love to Marilyn because she was super nice to us, and anytime we can support her, I want to try to do that. So
big shout out to Marilyn Gigliotti.
All right, well, I think that's going to be it for the marvelous mess that this was. Which is what I think
I'm going to... That's a good title, Marvelous Mess.
Yeah,
I like it.
That's actually, I think, what I'm going to call it. And we'll catch you on the next full episode. Bye, everybody.
Bye.